Ladies and gentlemen, boys and NBs, welcome back to the channel, and we're doing something extremely different today, and that's because I found someone who really needs as much help as they can, and I'm just really fucking mad right now. So I need to make this video. Like the video, please. If you like any video I've ever made, please make it this one. Subscribe to the channel if you like this content, the Call of Duty content, or anything in between. And on that note, let's get into it. I want to paint a picture for you. Imagine you just graduate high school, you're trying to figure out what you want to do with your life, and you decide that you had a teacher that touched you so much that you want to become a teacher yourself. And when I say touch you, I mean touch you in the good way. You then go to college for over 4 years to make sure that you can be this incredible teacher. You then spend 5 years working for a school system. I don't know if this woman worked for another one before this, but she worked at this school system for 5 years. They then asked her if she would like to get a dog that would be the therapy dog of the school, and she was ecstatic. She got the dog with the school. She paid some of the adoption fees. The school gave her a bit of the money for it. She paid for all of the normal things in life. They gave her a little bit of pet deposit, but she paid monthly rents and stuff like that. So she had this dog for 2 years, and through those 2 years everything was great, other than one thing. The dog had pancreatitis, so the dog needed a high-end food that's prescription food for the dog. Well, okay, that's not a big deal. We can do that. The community came together and actually started donating food for this dog. There was a pet shop doing it, donation drives from the community, the parents of these kids at the school. It's the community's therapy dog at the school. Super cool, super awesome. Well, this is 2 years later, and now this dog has been taken away from this woman by the principal of the school, and I want to show you this. Just check this out.
New this morning, it's a debacle unfolding in Ann Arbor.
It involves a therapy dog and a teacher who says she was told it would be hers to keep. Now a lawsuit is being filed. Our Terrell Bailey is here to break down the story.
It's a custody battle unfolding all over a dog. A Wines Elementary School teacher says she adopted a supposed therapy dog for the school. Now she's suing after she says they took the dog once she told them she'd be moving.
It didn't feel fair to just say all of a sudden that she wasn't my dog after being told she was for 2 years.
Back in 2021, Lexi Fada says her principal at Wines Elementary School questioned staff on who would be willing to adopt a dog that would be used for therapy dog purposes at the school. She agreed. Once the pup went to therapy dog training that following November, it was then given to Lexi. Months later, Gracie the Bernedoodle was diagnosed with pancreatitis.
And she had to be on prescription food. So at that point, I was buying and supplying that prescription food to Gracie to help her with her health.
Up until that point, Lexi had been receiving food donations from a local pet store. She says she tried to get a contract of some sort in action to clear things up about the ownership of the dog, but was always told by the principal that Gracie was hers.
They provided me a pet fee at my apartment when I had that, but there was no stipend that was given. You know, it was always said that the PTO and my principal would support, but because I'm her owner, I am responsible for the financial costs of her.
Now, I hope you guys can really see why I am so angry right now, because I can tell you after 2 years of having an animal, a dog that is mine that goes everywhere with me, you could not physically take that animal away from me. A school cannot own a dog, number one. Number two, that dog has lived at my home for 2 years. It's mine. I legally own that dog. I am so confused at how this even happens, which, by the way, I don't live anywhere near this. I don't even live in the state of Michigan. I live on the Eastern Shore, somewhere around DC. I'll go that far. At any rate, I actually have 2 dogs of my own. I have Doug here, and then I have Ruby, my wife's Pomeranian. We have had Doug for 10 years, and we've had Rue for 11. We've had these 2 dogs forever. Doug is my licensed service animal. He literally goes everywhere I do. He rides in a tow truck with me when I am working. He is in my office when I go to the office. He's actually laying here next to me right now with a bit of a bellyache, but he'll be all right. Point being, I love my animals, and I will go to prison over them. Just say. There's a lot more to this, and I want to play out the rest of this news article because it kind of touches on it, and then I will go a little deeper into that. But I do want to say they took this dog from her on April 29th. She's still working at the school as far as I can gather, and what they have done is essentially say that she is taking advantage of the parent-teacher organization to get this dog trained. That way she doesn't have to pay for it. And I believe, personally, in my own opinion, this may be some kind of embezzlement scheme by the principal of this school. I'm not 100% sure, but that's what it looks like to me. There's crazy amounts of litigation here, and there's a GoFundMe that will be listed below. This is the GoFundMe on screen if you want to look it up yourself, but let's finish the rest of this
Talking
news
with
article.
one of Lexi's attorneys, she finds the entire situation disturbing.
The principal of Wines Elementary School told Lexi in writing, the district does not own this dog, the school does not own this dog, you own Gracie, and he added on it, therefore, you have to pay for everything for Gracie that's not covered by donations.
Lexi alleges the therapy dog training didn't work on Gracie due to a shock collar being used. All the while, she kept bringing the dog into the classroom.
It's a mystery to us why $15,000 of PTO funds were spent on a trainer who returned a dog that was poorly socialized and not trained as a therapy dog.
According to Lexi, this March, she told the principal she'd be moving out of the state at the end of the school year and planned to take Gracie with her. According to her, the principal didn't take that well and weeks later removed Gracie from her classroom. It's the last time she's seen the pup.
So now there's two things here that really got me. And the first one being she's worked at the school for 5 years, and 2 years of that she has had this dog with her. For this principal to just come in one day and snatch the dog in front of all of these kids, I kind of understand why she didn't fight it, though I probably would have thrown hands personally. The other thing is the shock collar. Why are you training a dog with a shock collar? That is cruel and unusual. It is animal abuse. This is no trainer. This is just some friend of this douchebag. $15,000. It does not cost even it costs nowhere near that to train a therapy dog. I have a service dog, which is a lot more training, and I did it myself. However, I could have had it done for $1,500. $1,500 for a service dog, which makes me think you could probably get a therapy dog done for $500 to $700. Just guessing there, because it's really not a lot to train a dog to be sociable and, you know, be a decent dog. It's not hard. This right here, $15,000, where did it go? This principal took $15,000 from this school district and nobody knows where it went, and there's no questions being asked. I want to know where that $15,000 went, and I know I don't live in the community. It's not my tax dollars. It's not my child's education money, but this is really sketchy, and I'd really like to know an answer. As far as it goes with this dog and this teacher, can you imagine being in her shoes, just having your dog that goes everywhere with you snatched away from you after you've had it for 2 years? You have it in writing that it is your dog from the very person that took it from you, and no one will help you get your animal back. You filed an injunction to get the dog back during litigation, and no one's done anything. What is wrong with this court system? I'm not going to grandstand on how awful the justice system is anyway, because this is civil litigation. Bottom line is, what are you doing? This dog clearly belongs to this woman. This whole case should just be summary judgment or ended today with her getting the dog, and she should counterclaim for damages here, because the pain and suffering of having your animal taken is probably a fat bag, if I'm honest, because I know I would be torn up in this situation. So this woman and her dog have been apart for 6 weeks at this point, and that is an absolute travesty. Like I said, there will be a GoFundMe below if you can spare any money towards the legal fees to bring this dog home to its owner. Please do so. However, if you cannot, this is the superintendent's information on screen, and it will also be in the description. This is what the teacher has asked people to do if they cannot donate or on top of donating. Do good in the world, be the change you want to see, and what would you want people to do if this was you with your animal? That is all I ask here. I started this channel because I wanted to make a change for the better in the world in any way that I could. And on that note, boys, until next time, leave me alone.